Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss MATIC, how it's currently performing, and what we could expect during the upcoming hours and days. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could follow me on Twitter at ThoroCrypto, where you will be able to follow all upcoming development on the channel. You will be able to see as well different patterns that I do not discuss during my videos. So that is also for sure something why you have to follow me on Twitter for sure. So do not forget to do so at ThoroCrypto. So thank you very much already, and let's get started on what we are seeing on MATIC. So this is the 1 hourly time frame, and what I would like to discuss is that we are seeing clearly that we are creating this rising wedge pattern with 2 touch points below this ascending resistance, and as well 3 touch points on top of this ascending support. Well, what you can clearly see as well, I already opened up the EMA ribbon, and what you see that the EMA ribbon is perfectly aligned together with this ascending support zone. So therefore, this is a difficult level to break down below. As you could clearly see previously, we have seen already major support being found on top of the EMA ribbon for quite a long time now. What is actually quite good to know is that a rising wedge pattern mostly breaks out towards the downside. So if we are going to see further continuation inside of this pattern, it is more likely that we're going to see a downward breakdown instead of a breakout above it. So that is for sure something I think is absolutely important to know. And what else is good to know? Well, I already measured the breakout or breakdown for us, and I did it by selecting the beginning of this ascending support all the way towards the first touch point underneath this ascending resistance. And if we head towards a breakout, for example, right now, let's say that we are going to see a further increase in price action and breaking out above this ascending resistance, we could head all the way towards the $2.70, breaking outside of this rising wedge pattern. And what I think is quite important is that this possible move is approximately, let's take a quick look, 11%. So this 11% move is something that you could perhaps expect right now if we are going to see a breaks out outside of this pattern. But as I said before, it is more likely that we're actually going to see a breakdown occur. And why I think that is actually very possible is especially because we have already seen this major uptrend on MATIC, and therefore I think a downward momentum or just that minor decline in price action, it would actually be very good for the overall trend. So therefore I would actually be still very bullish if we would see this minor decline of 11% taking place on MATIC. What I would like to show you right away is that if we head towards the 4 hourly time frame, for example, if we see a breakdown occur on the 4th of December at the point in time where I've placed this breakdown target, you can clearly see that we will not only be supported by the 0.786 Fibonacci at $2.05, but we will as well be seeing the EMA ribbon serving as a major stronghold of support down below. And therefore, I think it is actually quite likely that we are going to expect a further decline in price action, because it is very likely that we would like to see a support zone getting reached on top of the EMA ribbon before seeing a further increase in price action. So therefore, heading towards the retest of the EMA ribbon right now is actually quite good for the overall trend. Well, this being said, I would like to discuss right away the RSI. On the RSI, what you can clearly see right now is that we are a little bit overextended. We are breaking out above the dotted line on the RSI, and therefore I'm right now quite doubtful that we are going to see a further increase in price action. I personally think, as I said previously, that we are going to see a minor decline taking place, heading towards a retest on top of the EMA ribbon and as well on top of the 0.786 level. That would be as well very great for the RSI, because you would be seeing the RSI re-entering the red area and finding support perhaps on top of the 50 range before heading up once again. Well, this being said, on the 4 hourly time frame, well, yeah, it looks very good on the RSI, and it is very likely that we are going to see a further decline in price action so far. If we head towards the 1 hourly time frame, you can already clearly see that we are experiencing this minor, well, I would say this for sure bullish divergence. Why? We are clearly seeing a higher low getting created on the chart, and as well we are seeing this lower low getting created on the RSI. Therefore, we are right now seeing this pretty bullish divergence getting created, and that is very noticeable as well on the chart, especially because you can clearly see that at this point in time we did find support on top of this ascending support range, and that is exactly where this bullish divergence was created. And we have seen an increase in strength afterwards, and as well an increase in price action as well on the chart. So that is very good to know. And lastly, I would like to discuss the MACD. On the MACD, what you can clearly see is that we are right now heading towards a crossover. It is very likely that we are going to see right now a further increase and as well a crossover occur. Therefore, a retest of this ascending resistance is very likely to occur, but perhaps we are not going to see a break out above it, especially because we did see that the 4-hourly RSI is already very overextended. And if we head right now as well towards the 4-hourly MACD, you can clearly see that we are losing clearly momentum strength on the 4-hourly MACD. The last crossover occurred actually on the 29th of November. We have already been inside of this major movement towards the upside for quite a while now, and this is also a reason why I personally think that the crossover will be inevitable during the upcoming days and hours, and as well a decline heading towards the $2.05, breaking down outside of this rising wedge pattern that we are creating right now on the 1-hourly time frame, heading towards the 0.786 level at $2.05 is personally what I think is very likely to occur on MATIC. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the content, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up down below. It will be actually highly appreciated, and you will be as well supporting the channel by doing so. Thank you very much and have a nice day.